John Schneider, though, has been steadfast in saying they still believe in him. They have faith in him. He chops one to the left side. Ernie Clement, it's short again tonight, and Barrios.
What a night for Baseball Extra. Did you just witness one of the most nail-biting, edge-of-your-seat battles on the diamond? We're talking about a game that had everything: dominant pitching, clutch hitting, incredible defense, and a finish that kept us guessing until the very last pitch. If you thought last night's extra inning heartbreak for the Astros was tough, tonight's middle game against the Blue Jays was a roller coaster. Get ready, because Baseball Extra is diving deep into every single play that shaped this incredible contest. This wasn't just a game, it was a statement. And it's exactly why we love baseball. Welcome back to Baseball Extra, folks. Tonight's Astros-Blue Jays showdown delivered on every promise, and then some. Let's set the stage. The Astros, despite a tough extra inning loss last night, were still clinging to first place in the Out West. But the division is heating up faster than a fastball, with the Rangers just 2 games back and the Mariners lurking. Every single game, every single inning, every single pitch is absolutely crucial for these teams. On the mound for the Blue Jays, we had Jose Barrios. Now, Barrios was coming off 7 days of rest, 3 extra days, after a really challenging outing against Cincinnati where he only lasted 2 innings. There were questions. There was pressure. But manager John Schneider has been unwavering, consistent in his belief in Barrios. And tonight, he certainly showed why that faith was warranted for a good portion of the game. The top of the first inning saw Barrios go right to work. He chopped one to the left side, easily handled by Ernie Clement at short, retiring the first batter. Then came the always dangerous Yordan Alvarez. This guy has been on a tear, hitting 4 of his last 5 at-bats coming into this game, including 3 straight hits last night. He grounded out in his previous at-bat, but he's been having a phenomenal series. Barrios, though, froze Alvarez with a fastball inside, outside, all in the zone, striking him out on just 3 pitches. 2 down. Then Christian Walker, batting cleanup tonight, swung and missed on a 2-2 pitch. It bounced out of Kirk's glove, but Barrios hustled to complete the strikeout himself, ending a very efficient top of the first. What a start for the Jays pitcher. Now, for your Houston Astros, it was right-hander Jason Alexander making his 15th overall appearance, his 10th start with the team. Coming into tonight, his ERA was 3.91 with the Astros, 4.68 overall. He's been a workhorse, and tonight, he showed exactly why he's so vital to this team's pitching rotation. First up for the Blue Jays, a hit to right field. Sanchez went back near the wall, and in a play that seemed almost too casual, he leaped up and made a phenomenal catch on the wall. It almost looked like he was surprised by the wall, but he recovered beautifully. 2 outs. Then, the powerful Vladimir Guerrero Jr. stepped up. Alexander unleashed the slow changeup, and Guerrero swung and missed, going down for Alexander's first punch out of the game. The side was retired. In the bottom of the second, the Astros got a leadoff base runner. Jake Myers, who has been absolutely fantastic hitting on the road this season with a .356 average, was at the plate. But Barrios worked him inside very effectively, and Myers swung and missed on a 3-2 pitch for the first out. But the Astros weren't done. With Sanchez still at second, Yeiner Diaz came to the plate. Diaz has been red hot, driving in 5 runs in his last 3 games. He hit a ball well to right field, sending Lucas all the way back. Lucas looked up, and it was off the top of the wall. 1 run scored, and Diaz slid into second with an RBI double. The Astros took a 1-0 lead. Talk about being inches away from a home run. That ball hit right where the wall gets a little higher down the right field line. Unbelievable power from Diaz. Jason Alexander continued his dominant performance in the second, a quick 1-2-3 inning on just 10 pitches, facing Dalton Varsho. Varsho hit a ground ball, but Alexander handled it with ease. He then walked Barger on a very borderline 3-2 pitch, a great at-bat by Barger, who got the benefit of the doubt from Brennan Miller, giving the Blue Jays their first base runner. It certainly looked like it caught the bottom of the zone, but the call went Barger's way. Could the Blue Jays capitalize on this break? Ernie Clement was next. On a 2-1 count, he lined it, and it was heading for the wall. Barger was on his way to third, but he was held on Clement's line drive double. That was his 29th double of the season. So, Barger at third, Clement at second, 2 outs, and the Astros clinging to their 1-0 lead. Joey Loperfido, the former Astro, stepped up. He blooped a 3-2 pitch to the left side, but our excellent shortstop, who has been an unsung hero for Baseball Extra, raced into foul territory and made the catch. Side retired, and Alexander escaped the jam. Incredible defensive play there. Back to the plate, Yordan Alvarez, 1 for 1 today, 4 for 6 in the series. He hit it hard through the right side for another base hit. Alvarez was now 2 for 2. Unfortunately, he hadn't been able to get the ball in the air yet tonight, but he had a double in the 5th inning, one of his 3 hits last night. Berrios was clearly frustrated, looking at that pitch and wondering how Alvarez got to it. 1 on, 1 out for Carlos Correa, who had struck out in the first. Jason Alexander started the third with 2 quick outs. Then Nathan Lucas stepped up. Lucas pulled a ground ball to the right side, hugging the ground. The second baseman fielded it and threw out Lucas for the third out. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jason Alexander. He was absolutely dealing tonight, a masterclass in baseball pitching. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. led off the fourth. Alexander delivered a hard ground ball that was flagged down by our incredible third baseman, who got up and threw out Guerrero on a very tough hop with a ton of backspin. That ball was hit so hard, and with the tough hop, it was an amazing play to absorb it, going down to his left. Perfectly executed. 2 outs in the fourth, a lot of quick outs. Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, was next. He squibbed one off the end of the bat up the middle. Our phenomenal shortstop, making another stellar play, cut off the infield hit, threw him out, and that was the third out of the inning. Jason Alexander was back in the dugout, having thrown another 1-2-3 inning. A very nice inning for both the Astros' infield and Berrios on the mound as we wrapped up the top of the 5th with 3 groundouts generated by Jose Berrios. It was still 1-0 Houston. Then Ernie Clement was on with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Joey Loperfido had fouled out his first time up. Clement attempted to steal on a 2-2 swing and a miss for the strikeout. Our catcher made a perfect throw, and our shortstop applied the tag on Clement for a strike him out, throw him out double play. Side retired. What an incredible sequence of events. Jason Alexander completed 5 scoreless innings. Unbelievable performance. 1 out, nobody on for Carlos Correa, who had struck out and bounced into a double play earlier. And he absolutely annihilated that ball deep to left. Forget about it. Carlos Correa launched career home run number 200, making it a 2-0 Astros lead. What a moment. That's the 12th home run Berrios had surrendered in his last 12 starts. Number 200 off a fellow Puerto Rican, landing off the back wall of the Blue Jays bullpen. And that, folks, will be the last pitch thrown by Jose Berrios tonight. A nice outing for him, despite the home run, but Correa's power was simply too much. Next, Andres Munoz started off the home 6th with a single. George Springer came to bat. He hit a ground ball to Walker, who went to second for 1. Our shortstop then threw to Alexander covering first. It was close. Alexander got over there to be ready for the throw, and it was called safe by Jeremy Rehuk. But the Astros were going to challenge. This was going to be tight. It was just a matter of whether the foot was on the bag. It looked like he was on the bag when he made the catch. We got a freeze frame where you could see the ball in Alexander's glove with Springer's left foot hovering over the base. After review, the call on the field was overturned. The runner was out. It looked like the right call, a phenomenal piece of replay officiating. So, it was a 3-6-1 double play, and there were 2 outs, nobody on. Jake Myers called Sanchez off, saying, "I've got it," and he did, for the final out of the inning. Alexander continued his brilliant performance, 6 scoreless innings, 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. What a performance for Baseball Extra. Jason Alexander was back out there, leading 2-0 over Toronto. He got a ground ball hit weakly to our shortstop, who made a little crow hop and got Guerrero by 2.5 steps. This was the longest outing for Jason Alexander this season, the first time this year he had gotten an out in the 7th inning for the Astros. The pitch came, and it was a chopper, backhanded by our shortstop again, a long throw, and it was dug out by Christian Walker at first base. Another 1-2-3 inning for Jason Alexander, who faced the minimum from the 3rd through the 7th. Absolutely sensational. The Astros had loaded the bases for Jake Myers. Myers had had a rough night, striking out all 3 times he'd come to the plate. He hit a ground ball to short, backhanded by Clement, who went the short way to second. After some stress, it was still a scoreless inning for Blue Jays pitching. They stranded the bases loaded on a hit and 2 walks, Frustrating, but a credit to the Jays bullpen. Jason Alexander, the starter, was out for Houston. And into the game came lefty Stephen O'Hagan, whom the Blue Jays had seen yesterday. An infield hit for pinch hitter Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to start the 8th inning. An infield hit to start the 8th. Here was Ernie Clement. Swing and a miss. O'Hagan got him on a high fastball away. Clement was finally retired, one away. Ty France, hitting for Joey Loperfido, lined one off the end of the bat, sinking in shallow right center, and down for a base hit past Cam Smith, who was stopping at second. A long throw went into third, and it was a bloop single for France. The Blue Jays were preying a little bit on a rookie in Smith, who is a natural third baseman, just switched to the outfield this year. Now it was first and second, only one out, and Anders Jimenez was up. They left O'Hagan in to go left on left. Jimenez hit a base hit to right field. Kiner-Falefa came in to score. Straw was racing around the third. Anders Jimenez delivered, and the Blue Jays had their first run of the night. That was the end of the night for Stephen O'Hagan. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, runners at the corners, with Straw the tying run at third. Nathan Lucas, 0 for 3 tonight, but hitting. 316 with runners in scoring position. Hit one on the ground up the middle into center. Straw scored. The game was tied. Nathan Lucas, past the dive of our second baseman, had tied it at 2 in the bottom of the 8th. The crowd at the ballpark was absolutely erupting. And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. came to the plate with Jimenez, the go-ahead run, 90 feet away. Ground ball left side, our shortstop to his right. He had it, threw to first in time to retire Guerrero. But the Blue Jays tied it on RBI singles by Jimenez and Lucas. What a turnaround in the 8th inning. This is the kind of baseball drama that keeps us on the edge of our seats here at Baseball Extra. Then, to the 10th inning, we went. Our reliever had pitched the 10th inning in last night's game, throwing just 10 pitches, and he was in here to keep this game right where it was at. Then, Yener Diaz with an RBI double in the second, 1 for 3 on the night, 1 away. And that was hammered to left. And you can kiss that goodbye. That home run ball has been an issue for the Blue Jays all season long. Diaz put the Astros up 3-2. Yener D, have yourself a series. 2 RBIs tonight, and an RBI double last night. What a performance. Brian Abreu was on the mound for the Astros for a second straight night. And who was up? The guy that tied the game against him last night, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. This was a redemption story waiting to happen. Abreu delivered, called third strike. He came back and got the save tonight. The Astros got a much-needed win. Yener Diaz, with his incredible clutch hitting, is the hero in this one for the Astros. What a finish for Baseball Extra. Wow, what a game for the Houston Astros. If you love this deep dive into one of the most exciting games of the season, make sure you hit that like button. Every like helps Baseball Extra bring you more of this authentic, passionate baseball content. And don't forget to subscribe to the Baseball Extra channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on our analysis, highlights, and all things baseball. We're here for the fans, covering every single moment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.